The Hell of Good Intentions, America's Foreign Policy Elite and the Decline of U.S. is a book written by Stephen M. Walt, a prominent international relations scholar. In this book, Walt examines the failures of America's foreign policy elite and their impact on U.S. global standing. The key takeaways from this book are that America's foreign policy elite are a group of influential individuals who shape U.S. foreign policy. They often pursue policies based on ideology and personal interests, rather than on objective analysis and evidence. Walt provides a historical overview of U.S. foreign policy, examining the role of the foreign policy elite in shaping key decisions such as the Vietnam War, the Iraq War, and the War on Terror. The United States has experienced a decline in global standing in recent years, due in part to the failures of its foreign policy elite. They have pursued policies that have been ineffective in achieving U.S. foreign policy goals, and have created new security threats for the U.S. Walt argues that the foreign policy elite's failure to learn from past mistakes has contributed to the decline of U.S. global standing. He examines key events such as the Iraq War and the War on Terror to demonstrate the impact of these failures. The United States needs a new approach to foreign policy that is based on realism and restraint. This new approach should prioritize U.S. interests and focus on diplomatic and economic means to achieve foreign policy objectives. Walt argues that the U.S. needs to shift away from its current foreign policy approach, which is focused on military intervention and regime change. Instead, he advocates for a more restrained and realistic approach to foreign policy that takes into account the limitations of U.S. power. This book is helpful today as it provides a critical perspective on U.S. foreign policy and its impact on the world. It offers an alternative viewpoint to the mainstream narrative and encourages readers to question the motives and actions of those in power. By understanding the complexities of global politics and the forces that shape it, readers can become more informed and engaged citizens, advocating for a more just and peaceful world. Additionally, Walt's recommendations for a new approach to U.S. foreign policy can serve as a guide for policymakers and citizens who seek to promote more effective and ethical U.S. foreign policy. And that is the summary of The Hell of Good Intentions by Stephen M. Walt. Subscribe for more sharpened videos. Empower yourself today. Thank you for watching.